All right, hello. Can people hear me? Just making sure the chat is visible. Hey, you guys found me. Hello. Good to see you guys here. Let me know if you can hear me. This is only my second stream, so yeah, I hear ya. Excellent. And I see ya. Hey, Monkey. Hey, guys. Thanks for popping in. Just making sure I'm still kind of getting all of the bugs worked out and everything, but I'm glad you can see and hear me. I'm gonna get started here in a second. I'm starting fresh with a clean palette today. Here, I can show you all while I'm getting started what I worked on yesterday. Just throw that up on the screen because she was super fun. Quick, someone going, yes, give me a sub. Like and subscribe. Let's see, for some reason my computer seems to be moving a little slow today. I'm hoping it warms up, but it's just cold where I am in general today, so we're all moving a little slow, but we're making it happen. Let's see. Want to make sure chat is pulled up everywhere. I think it is. All right, let's get ready to go here. Today I'm going to be working on another model for when I launch my Patreon in a few months. I'm going to start off with a handful of like caster models. So this is what I worked on yesterday. She turned out really cool, this Drow Warlock. And today I've got a bunch of references gathered for a Fire Genasi Wizard, which I feel like is kind of another classic. I've been wanting to try my hand at sculpting a Fire Genasi for a while because I want to make like hair that's actually just fire. I feel like that would be fun, but also kind of challenging. And so I was like looking at their stats. Hello! And I need to figure out how to pronounce your username. It's Shiro Foxu? Is that right? But yeah, I was kind of looking at the Fire Genasi stats, and they get like a +1 buff to Constitution, or I think it's a +2 buff to Constitution and a +1 to Intelligence. And I was like, wow, that really sounds like a perfect makings of a wizard. So that's what we're doing today. So we're just gonna start off really straightforwardly here. I have this, I've been making my meshes in Mesh Mixer, or not Mesh Mixer, in Character Creator. And I really like it because it's got a bunch of sliders. I'm gonna keep this silly little bra and panties mesh just as a bit of a modesty curtain so I don't get struck for nudity. Let's see. Okay, I think we're gonna start with a little bit of poly paint. I feel like I've got some references pulled up here on Pinterest. And I feel like Fire Genasi have a skin tone that's like it's kind of like charcoal almost, I want to say, like the leftover burning embers of a fire, which I feel is kind of on brand. So we're gonna do kind of like, I don't want to make it too dark on the screen, but I think we're gonna do kind of this type of skin tone. Let's see, object. I don't know if we're gonna need teeth, so I'm just gonna hide those for now. Eyes, obviously, we're gonna make bright orange. Oh yeah. Do a little darker. I've been absolutely popping off with poly paint lately. I feel like it really lets me, or helps me, just like kind of unify the model a little bit. Protection against, yeah, for real. Gotta protect my poor squishy wizard. I'm in 2 campaigns right now. Ooh, that's a good take. I always thought like classic Starfire skin tone, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a made up fantasy race. You can make their skin whatever color you want it to be. Shiro is fine. Okay. Welcome, Shiro. You were here yesterday, and I really appreciate you. Okay. I feel like we've got... but yeah, I've kind of been using poly paint to kind of make a more like unified look for models. Same, my Star Trek tonight. Okay, so I have a few references here. Let me actually go ahead and save a few so I can throw them up on my screen for you guys to look at. Part of me wants to start with the hair, but I feel like that might be a little bit too ambitious to like just get in there right away. So we're gonna get the creative juices flowing by blocking out some clothes first, I think. Not that I have any excuse to not be fully woken up by now, because it is currently noon where I am. But yeah, the character that I main in my like long-running campaign that my husband runs for us is a wizard. Her name's Edwina. I love her so much. She's a human though. They accidentally released the hounds on M3M's Discord. What are you getting up to over there? I'm on the Discord, I suppose I could just go look. I gotta not get too distracted though. That's my main... Okay, we were saving pictures though. Okay, I'll kind of like, as I load these in, kind of walk you guys through the vision. Great, the more the merrier. Welcome on in, people. I can't actually see from here what... Oh, that's my dog barking. It's probably the male. I can't actually see from here how many people are watching. So sound off in the comments if you're here. Okay, so I've got this lady. Who I like because she has kind of the like fiery floating hair that I want to go for. Come on. Ooh, there we go. And I also kind of like her very like classic wizard robes. And then I also liked, let's see, this is probably another hair reference, so I won't throw that one up. The wizard robes in that one are really giving, like Skyrim College of Winterhold. Fortunately, I have to lurk with the school, but I'll be around. Aw, thanks, guys. That's so nice. I appreciate you guys. I'm so new to this. So I feel like I am quite scattered. Like, I was watching back the recording from when I streamed on Tuesday, and I was like, wow, I really could work on focusing a little bit. But here we are. Alright, scale. And I really like, okay, I'll tell you what I like about this one. I really like, one, the kind of like crackly look on the arms. I like that that's like almost lava-y. But what I really saved this one for was I really like the look of her top and how that's kind of, it's very, because to me wizards are like much more like buttoned up, like scholarly looking. Like I always picture like, what could I wear to class? What could I wear in the library where if my like professor walked past me, they would be like, yeah, they're looking professional and put together today. So, and I feel like this really gives that. It's kind of like a classy, I'm here to learn type look. So that's kind of like the vibe. Yeah, Fire Lady, exactly. Yeah, we're doing a Fire Genasi Wizard today, and we're just getting started. And then, I had one other reference, but I don't want to muddy up the look here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for like a really classic, like wizard robe type look. But I think I'm gonna leave some like arms and chest a little bit exposed, because I do like the idea of having either some sort of like crackly magma type look, like texture, or maybe even some like flames, kind of like some like little licks of flames like coming off of her. Coming off of her shoulders or something. And Monkey's here. And Dragon Horde Dragon Horde Designs is here. I read it out your comment and I didn't notice that it was you. Hello. Oh, and I'm glad, oh, that's actually great. I'm glad you joined on Instagram, because yesterday Instagram was kind of struggling. So I really appreciate you for joining, and I really appreciate you commenting, because now I know it's working. Okay. I don't want to post publicly, but I'll draw an empty. Thank you guys. Thanks, guys. You're great. I love having art friends. Alright. Time to get a move on. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go kind of with the fire theme. We're gonna try to go kind of light and fluffy. I'm thinking some like kind of drapey Maybe a little off the shoulder look. Yeah, okay. Let's start blocking out. I think we're gonna go puffy pants. And a little bit of a sash. I always say my favorite models are the ones that I plan ahead of time, but when I am making something like this, I really just go on vibes. Of the core it's more, yeah, I kind of feel that. I watch a lot of like gaming live streams, and so they tend to be a little bit more focused, I feel, because they just like have something in front of them that's a little more linear. But you know what? That's it's all a learning experience. Alright, so you mesh by half. And I know a handful of you in here are also Mia's students, which is great. But yeah, if you have any ZBrush questions while I'm working, put them in the comments and I'm happy to take a little minute to do some explainers. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of her underpants here. I don't actually like this. I was also talking on Tuesday about how, we'll say, passionate I am about clean geometry. Which really leads to me using the Z remesher function a lot. Okay. So we're gonna inflate. Oh. One thing that I always forget is, I don't quite know why, but whenever you put stuff up on, whenever you use the like texture, like spotlight projection, it does something weird to how the brushes work. I don't know why, but it took me ages to figure out how to fix it. But you go into brush and then you go into spotlight projection, or you go into samples and then you just have to turn spotlight projection off, and then it fixes it and you can use all your brushes as normal. I don't know why it does this. I did not bother to try to figure it out once I learned that that was the fix. But there you go. I really like doing this. I don't do it all the time, but if I am doing something where I feel like, oh, I'm gonna be kind of scattered while I'm working on this, I want to just like have my references right up in front of me. I like doing that, but you do have to be careful. And I was so frustrated when I first noticed that was happening and I could not figure out why. For some reason on here, the connection isn't as good as on Insta and TikTok. On Twitch. Yeah, so yesterday I was also... I had a couple complaints about the sound not being as good on Instagram. And I really am not quite sure why that is. I did a little bit of searching to try to figure it out, but I really don't know. So I think over the weekend, I wanted to just kind of get on here today and just kind of do another session, just because, like, I don't know, I gotta practice as much as I can, even if the, like, tech part isn't quite perfect. But over the weekend, I'm gonna do a little bit of trying to figure it out. Okay, I'm also gonna actually, just right now, since I'm just blocking stuff out, import some shoes. I have some really cute ones. I don't know if they will look good with this. with this look, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a mix between like I said, like kind of buttoned up, scholarly, nerd type look and like kind of flowy, ethereal elf type situation. So we're gonna see. So Dragon Horde Designs. Are you watching? You're watching from Twitch. What is happening on Instagram right now? I'm curious. Because yesterday I got complaints that the sound wasn't as good, and then it just stopped working. And so I kind of gave up on Instagram halfway through the live. There's a lot of moving parts to multi-streaming, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna look like sweatpants for like a hot minute, but what is happening here? Do we have 2 sweatpants? What's the deal? Oh. Okay. Instagram is fine. I'm over here again. Alright, well, just keep me posted. Again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It's really nice. Also, Dragon Horde Designs. I know we talked back in December about me printing you off some minis and sending them to you, and I haven't forgotten, but it is cold here right now. And so my printer has just not really been cooperating. So once I get my printer back up and running, hopefully by February, so I can finish test printing for the Kickstarter, all the stretch goals, then I will print you off a bunch of stuff and send them to you so you can paint them. Because I love seeing all your painted stuff. You're so talented. Twitch was skipping to it. Okay, yeah, that's wild. I'm not really sure why that would be. Yeah, it's saying there's a network error. Let me try reloading. Okay, is that better? I'm just gonna keep it pulled up on Twitch for a minute and see if it gets better. And it doesn't look like there's a ton of delay on it for now. I think they're looking like booty shorts because I got this kind of pulled out. So let's kind of focus on having them. Okay. You are good. No one's... Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Now, let's think about what we want for a cute little... Part of why I like making minis is because I basically get to play Barbie dress up as my job. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is, because I don't really want to do like a boob window exactly, but I do want to give her, so I think what I'm going to do is maybe make kind of a flowy top with a little belt around the waist, and then I can give her a little like satchel with her wizard spell book and like a little belt situation with some like potions and like pouches and all that good stuff. And then I think I might give her like a little shrug. I'm picturing like a 2008 situation where it just kind of like comes, it just really comes over her shoulders, and the whole purpose is to just kind of add a layer and give her like a little collar situation. Oh yeah, I am right there with ya with just not having time for the fun stuff because you have a full-time job. Before I was doing this full-time, I had an office job that I just hated. And yeah, I would come home and just kind of like sit at my computer and frantically sculpt because I like had all these ideas and I wanted to like make stuff and be creative, and but I just had so little. I had like, you know, maybe a couple of hours in the evening to work on stuff, and it wasn't a good situation. But, you know, it makes you appreciate the time you have all the more, I suppose. Maybe with the sleeves rolled up or secured for some somatic. Yes, okay, I like that. So I'm thinking maybe, because I think if we have the pants looking kind of flowy and the hair looking kind of flowy, I think, yeah, maybe having the shirt and belt be a little more form-fitted would be interesting. I'm just going through and making sure everything is still smooth. I'm seeing that on the YouTube stream, it still looks like it says stream starting soon. So are you guys seeing... Are you guys watching it horizontal or vertical? Is my question. Also, I really appreciate you guys just like bearing with me. Is working on Instagram, Twitch, and now here on TikTok. I really appreciate you jumping around and helping me troubleshoot the tech. You're a good friend. Okay. And I am quite happy that the multi-chat seems to be working well. And it looks like it is projecting on the stream as well. So it's all coming together, guys. Okay. So yeah, I really like the idea of having the shirt be a little looser. If we end up doing sleeves at all. I'm not convinced that we will, but we have them for now. I think this looks like a decent mesh density. I'm gonna remesh one more time. One thing that really I hate is when ZBrush struggles to get rid of like boob topology. And some days it gets it right and it's like, yeah, sure, we're fine We understand that you want a shirt and not a bra. And sometimes it's like, no, there's supposed to be lumps here. There we go. There we go. Oh, already I'm liking this. I think I am gonna poly paint it. I'm gonna make these pants kind of a burnt orange. What's the difference between burnt orange and brown? That still looks kind of orange. And then maybe like I don't want to do gray for the top because that feels kind of boring. It's so jumpy on here for me on Insta. Yeah, Instagram might be kind of the weak link in this situation. I'm using okay, let me do a little bit of messing around in OBS. I'm using the Stream Elements plugin for multi-streaming, and it doesn't automatically link to Instagram. I had to like input it as, I had to input it manually, so I think